Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about allowing yourself to be happy. And I think I've discussed this before on my channel, but it's another recurring theme that is coming up because I've been noticing about myself. I'll speak for myself, of course. I've been noticing that sometimes I force myself to be not even in a bad mood, but just to like think about negative things, think about the things that can go wrong, think about just things that don't make me happy. And we all know our thoughts are our choice. Like that's one of the things that we have control over is our own thoughts, our behaviors, our actions. And I was just thinking about it, like it's so funny how allowing yourself to be happy, allowing yourself to be in a good mood, allowing yourself to just enjoy the little moments throughout life is so, like, we're just so conditioned and trained to do the opposite. Obviously it's for a reason. So I know that many people and entities benefit from us being in just like a lower mind state, being in fear, being in worry, being in stress, being in doubt. So we're conditioned that way. And I think even speaking for myself, like for my family, a lot of the people in my family are just worriers. Like a lot of the women that I grew up with that raised me, they worry and they raised me fine. I had a great childhood. I'm not saying like it's bad or anything, but I just noticed that, you know, when I look back on some of my memories or when I look back on just some of the actions and interactions that I've had with certain family members, I now realize that a lot of it came out of fear, doubt, worry, just being unsure about the future, being unsure about themselves, and that kind of translated into me. So now I see certain behaviors that I have or certain thoughts that I think that really are just based off of negative emotion. And sometimes even when things are going great, good, like, you know, I have nothing to complain about genuinely. Like I'm here, I have my mind, I have my health, I have genuinely everything that I need, like, and I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful. And I will catch myself in moments of just finding something to complain about or finding something to be upset about or looking for the things to, I don't know, just like keep me down and throw off my day. And I'm grateful for the awareness because I know that with awareness comes change. So I'm grateful that I'm aware of these things, but no but, full stop. And I'm also just shocked at how, I don't know how frequent it is and how much of my day honestly is spent like preparing for, bracing for the bad, looking for the bad, thinking about the bad. And I'm just like, girl, like you're okay, you know? And as I start to study, you know, my thoughts more, as I start to study like what thoughts are and start to just really become more aware of my own behaviors and my own actions, just it's very evident that the reason why I experience so much frustration or why I experience, you know, just feeling like I'm going in loops or going in circles is because I'm not allowing myself to feel the opposite, right? I'm not allowing myself to be happy. I'm not allowing myself to be content in some moments. And again, this isn't all the time, but I do catch myself quite often. So I think this is something that a lot of us, you know, kind of struggle with or kind of just need to take into account as we're going on our journeys, as we're changing our mindset, as we're changing, you know, the way that we think about things, the way that we see the world, the way that we interact with others. Like it's really all connected. And I think going from, you know, just kind of letting life happen to you and I'm not in control and everything is out to get me, to actually just calming down, relaxing, and being content with where you are and excited about where you're going to be, and, you know, just allowing good things to happen in your life. I think that that's, you know, a really big step to take. And I think that's going to set you up for success. And I think it's going to make it easier. Actually, not I think, but I know it's going to make it easier for happy things to flow into your life, for good things to come into your life. And yeah, I see this, like I said, a lot with myself. I see it just in my interactions with others. Like sometimes when people want to make good conversations or when people just want to, you know, be friendly, sometimes I feel myself putting up a wall, or I feel myself just not really wanting to engage just out of fear of like, okay, like this is, you know, they're gonna waste my time or this isn't worth it or da da da. And it's just like, I'm literally stopping myself from things that make me happy. It's like I told myself I want to establish more friendships and relationships and be more friendly and kind towards people. Yet when someone tries to do that, or when someone tries to engage with me, I'm putting up a wall, I'm standoffish. Like, you know, that's not really cool. So I bring it back to just the things that I've asked for in my life, the things that I want to create and the things that I want to manifest. And I know manifest is like such a buzzword, use it at however you want, but you know, I think about that too. It's like I ask for certain things and then when life brings the opportunity, I just like block it. So that's really what I'm just working on right now, is just not blocking my blessings, so to speak, not blocking certain interactions, not blocking feelings of happiness just because I'm scared or just because I'm so used to being in a state of expecting the worst or being in a state of, you know, not really enjoying what I'm doing. It's like you kind of have to train yourself to get out of that. And of course, it's easier said than done, like most things in this world and in this life. But yeah, I felt it on my heart to like share that, because, you know, people are going through a lot of changes. This world is like, we're fully in the shift, the change, all of that. So I notice a lot of people, including myself, sometimes, you know, just struggling. And, you know, we're really struggling with having this ideal of like where we want to be and the type of person in our highest self, but we just don't feel like we're there. And we just feel like there's this huge gap in between. And most of the time that gap is there because we're not allowing ourselves to actually mold into that experience. Like, we're not actually allowing ourselves to be our higher selves. We're so conditioned and we're so trained to just like do the opposite, you know. And it's definitely not easy to get over, or it's as easy as you make it, I should say. I don't even want to say that it's not easy, but it's as easy as you make it. It's like once you relax and you let go and you release, it's like so many things happen, and in a good way too. And I don't know, it's interesting because it feels like too, like relaxing and releasing and just like not doing anything and just allowing things to happen and allowing good things to come into your life. Like, it feels so hard. It feels like, no, I should be doing something. I should be practicing. I should be thinking. I should be da, 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 da. And it's just like, you don't have to do any of those things. And I'm learning this. I don't think I've fully grasped it yet, just because of, you know, conditioning, but I'm learning it more and more every day. And I'm having more and more moments of like being present and being aware and being like okay with feeling whatever it is that I'm feeling. And it's something that I haven't experienced. It's like weird. It's like something that I haven't experienced. And also I'll catch myself too, like when I am feeling happy sometimes, or like if the feeling of stress, worry, and doubt is absent, sometimes I'll feel myself looking for it or trying to find it. And I'm just like, what? Like, and I've heard people describe this before, but I never was aware of it within myself until recently. And it's happened a few times. And I'm just like, why am I looking for a reason to be stressed? Like, girl, what? Like, we're trying to get out the stress. We don't want to be stressed, you know? So just be aware of that and just, you know, do what you need to do. Meditate, observe your thoughts, write down your feelings, you know, listen to people who inspire you, who help you, or just sit in silence, you know, do what you need to do up until the moment that you realize you don't need to do anything, right? That's a beautiful quote. That was straight off the dome. But yeah, guys, I really hope and pray and want everybody to allow happiness into their lives, allow themselves to feel good, because you deserve that. Honestly, it's not just reserved for people who do good things or celebrities or people who are always doing something. Like, you deserve to feel good, period, full stop. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure that you like, comment, and you subscribe if you haven't already. If you made it to the end of this video, let me know your thoughts. Of course, I would love to hear. I reply to all the comments. I love hearing guys' thoughts and hearing guys' opinions and what you got from the video. It really makes me feel good. So thank you so much, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.